To me, a Ford Mustang is fast, sexy, and it's full of performance. But you know the one thing that does not perform? It's that factory sound system that these things come with. Here at Skar Audio, we have developed the perfect vehicle-specific subwoofer enclosure to fit perfectly in the 2015 Ford Mustangs. And if you own one and you want to actually have some good sound to it, check this out. All right guys, we are back inside, and right here I have our 2024 Mustang Coupe, and I also have our loaded 12-inch variant subwoofer enclosure for the 2015 and up Ford Mustang Coupes. Now, this is our loaded variant. It comes with a VD12D2 already pre-installed, pre-wired, wired to 1 ohm at the terminal. So all you have to do is actually pop this in here on the passenger side corner, wire it up, install your amplifier, and you're gonna be good to go. Now like I said before, we also have an empty 10 and an empty 12 that allows you to pick your own subwoofer. If you don't wanna run the VD12, you can run our VS12 or VS10 or VD10. It's up to you guys. Now, if you own a Mustang with the premium B&O system like the one we have here, you most likely have a stock subwoofer. Now, the stock subwoofer is super easy to uninstall from the vehicle. It doesn't do any kind of permanent modifications, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that and how easy it is to actually install the subwoofer if you have the premium sound system with a factory subwoofer. Now, if your Mustang does not have a factory subwoofer, click the timestamps below, fast forward through the video, and it's gonna pop you right at the part that you guys have to know how to install this. Now, like I said, factory subwoofer systems, stay tuned. We're gonna get that uninstalled, and we're gonna show you guys how easy it is to pop this into your 2015 and up Ford Mustang Coupe. The only tools you're actually gonna need for this is a panel tool and a 13mm. To remove this factory subwoofer here, you're gonna have 3 13mm bolts right here on the front, and there's gonna be a bracket behind it that are also held in with 13mm. So grab your 13mm, have a deep socket right here on a little impact just to make it easy. But let's get these bolts out, and then from there I'm gonna show you guys how to keep removing this whole little factory subwoofer. All right, so take your 13mm, you're gonna have one right down here. Pop that out. You're gonna have one here in the back. Pop that out, and then you're gonna have one here up at the top. Now, once you have those 13mm removed, you're gonna slowly pull this out because there's actually the wire that goes to this is right behind here. It's held in with a little clip. All you gotta do is unclip it. All right, there we go. And now we're actually not gonna need this thing anymore because what we're upgrading to is gonna sound 100 times better. So let's get rid of this thing. Your next step, we're gonna remove the false floor, and then from there, we're gonna be removing this plastic trim piece, and then we remove some of this carpet here, and then we'll be able to access the bracket, get the bracket removed, pretty much put all this stuff back in there, and then we'll be popping in our Skar Audio 2015 and up Ford Mustang vehicle-specific enclosure. So now that we've got those 4 luggage tie-down nuts removed from the 4 bolts on the plastic, we're actually going to remove this plastic trim piece. Now, you definitely want to take your time. There are some wires back behind here. You do risk breaking off tabs, but if you take your time and you do it right, this thing pops out no problem. So grab your trim piece tool here, and what we're going to do is try to pull out at the same time as pulling up so we can get past these bolts here on both sides. Once you do that, this thing comes out super easy. So grab your tool, pop it in here. Said, take your time. So there you go, pop that up. Come over here, pop that up. And then just like that, we get that plastic trim piece out. Set this aside because we're gonna reinstall it once we get everything else back in. Now that we have that plastic trim piece removed, we're going to remove this trim screw right here. So grab your tool, pop it in there. All right, so now that we have that removed, we can now pull the carpet back. Kind of have to work it around all these parts of the bracket. And just like that, we now have access to the bracket. And from here, you're gonna grab your 13mm and we're gonna take some more of these bolts out. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a hidden one right up here. These are also 13mm, just like the first three. So take your 13mm and let's get these cranked out. So now we got the 4 out, and you want to get this hidden one right here. All right, so let's put our drill down, take the bolts up, and now should be able to remove the bracket no problem. Work it up. And now your next steps are pretty much going to be kind of a reverse thing. We're going to put the carpet back in, put the plastic trim piece back in, false floor, and then from there we're going to install the Skar Audio Vehicle Specific Enclosure for the 2015 and up Ford Mustang coupes. Now we are at the point of the install video that will pertain to owners of these vehicles that do not have a factory subwoofer, as well as people that do have factory subwoofer. The first part was getting rid of that factory subwoofer, and now all the steps from here are exactly the same for vehicles with or without the factory sub. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab our 2015 and up Ford Mustang Vehicle Specific Enclosure. Now if you decide to go with the unloaded enclosure, you'll want to make sure your subwoofer's installed, wired up, ready to go. But as we have here, we have the loaded one. It's already good to go, comes out of the box this way, so let's get this thing installed. So we're going to drop the enclosure right here into the trunk area. And by this point, you would have installed your amplifier, got all that stuff taken care of. You want to grab your wire from your amp. We're going to do positive to positive and your negative to your negative. Now from here, you'll want to make sure you grab the provided installation pin out of the box. It's going to be pushed into the foam of the packaging for this vehicle specific enclosure. So make sure you grab that. And now what we're going to do, we're going to take the enclosure and we're going to push it here right into that cubby, like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that provided push pin, push it through the top of the enclosure, grab your carpet, and you're going to find that hole from that pin that we removed earlier, and you're going to kind of work it in to the actual hole on the body of the Mustang and pretty much just push it in there, move it around a little bit, and just like that. So let's get this thing fired up, and I'm going to show you guys how awesome the Skar Audio Vehicle Specific Enclosure for the 2015 and up Ford Mustang Coupe performs. So if you're interested in upgrading the sound in your 2015 and up Ford Mustang Coupe, look no further than Skar Audio. Click the link below, and then you're going to be able to order this. We ship same day. It's going to be at your door in no time, and you're going to have some awesome sounding bass in your ride. We designed this in-house like all of our other vehicle specific enclosures. It fits perfectly right here on the passenger side of your Ford Mustang, and it works with vehicles that have the factory subwoofer. With some, of course, you do need to uninstall the factory sub, but it's super easy to do that, as you saw in the video, and it's easy to install this sub. So like and subscribe, hit the bell. You know, let us know if you guys have any vehicles that we don't offer right now for enclosures, and let us know what you guys want to see in some future videos. Like I said, we have some Harley stuff coming up, some new Marine stuff coming out, as well as more vehicle specific enclosures. So stay tuned for those videos.